there, you're welcome to this week's episode. My name is Chichi Ogbonnaya. Feel free to call me a force to reckon with. This is Mending Bridges, the show that inspires you to live a chaste, focused, and purposeful life. And I'm sure you're wondering, who's the beautiful lady sitting beside me today on the show? She's no other than Victoria Ejimofo. She's an amazing, beautiful lady. In case you've been wondering, Chichi, I know you're not a makeup person, but every week you're always slaying your makeup. I need to tell you guys, she's been the one making me up every week, making me look absolutely beautiful. You're welcome to the show, Victoria.
Thank you, Chichi.
I also need to mention that Victoria is a business development and retail manager and also a professional makeup artist. So I want to market in case you have your wedding coming up, your birthday ceremony, any corporate events or social events, please feel free to reach her. Her handle on Instagram is Evie Chanted Makeovers. Or just search Victoria Ejimofo. I know it's Evie Chanted, right?
Yes, Evie Chanted, you're right.
Okay, so I added the makeover, it's Evie Chanted. So today on the show, we want to talk about something interesting about relationship. You know me, I'm big on relationship. I'm big on having healthy relationships, both male and female relationships. So today I want to talk about managing expectations in relationship. I know that we have a lot of people who, expect certain things from friends, from family, and when those people fall short, they get disappointed. Yeah. My in-law always says something, Uncle Maiwa. You know him, right?
Yes, of course I do.
Uncle Maiwa would say that he doesn't expect anything from anyone, so he doesn't really get disappointed by anybody because he's not expecting anything. But I want to have a discussion with you. Do you have expectations of your friends?
Of course I do. It's normal to have expectations from your friends.
Okay.
Friends in quotes, inner circle friends.
Okay.
Now, fine, we all have like a different category of friends.
Absolutely.
Just the same way like we have acquaintances and all. So it's not everybody that you should have high expectations of, so that of course you do not get disappointed and then you don't feel bad that this person was supposed to come true for me. So but then it's a very normal thing to have expectations of your friends.
Good.
So yes, I do have expectations.
Okay, thank you. So I wanted to ask, what sort of expectations do you have from your friends? Do you expect? What are those expectations?
For my inner circle friends, I expect them to not always be there, but to an extent they should always have my back. There are people who I can call up suddenly and like, oh, what's up, where are you, I need so and so, and then I know that they will always come true. Do you understand? And even when they don't, I do understand that there's something like side of this thing. But yes, those kind of expectations.
Okay, I like the fact that you're convinced that even when they don't come through,
yes,
that,
not because they do not want to come true, but because due to some circumstances beyond their control, they couldn't come true.
So tell me, how do you manage the expectations of your friends of you?
Okay. Basically, I think initially when we're friends, we understand ourselves, our differences, and then understand that, okay, this is what this person expects from me. So basically, communication, because if we don't communicate with ourselves, we would not know what we expect from each other.
Absolutely agree.
So when you know your friend's exact expectations, then you can be able to manage them and like, maybe reach out once in, not necessarily every day, maybe once in 2 weeks, and your friend understand that, okay, we are all busy, but this person is always there, this person would always be on standby for me. So
okay, yes. I like the fact that you said communication, because a lot of people don't know that communication is like the lifeblood of every relationship, that
communication
is key.
Is
key. They feel so. Victoria should know. If you've not communicated that, you need this thing, she might not know, because
exactly.
I have my own problems, I have things that I'm going through. So if something hurts you, it's important that you let your friend know that, you've done this thing, or I expected you to do this. Then that way I might be able to say, I know I'm supposed to, but I couldn't do it because of so and so. Which, please go ahead.
Then communication might not necessarily calling your friend every day. It could just be a simple random text. Hey girl, I'm checking up on you. Are you fine? It could just be an email, you could just, hey girl, trust this me too well. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes,
so
I agree.
It's just understanding where the both of you stand in that friendship.
Okay, so I want to ask, talking about communication still. Some friends feel you should call them twice a week, or I want to know, because I'm terrible. I suck at keeping in touch. People who know me know, but I try to tell people that with regards to that saying that goes, out of sight is out of mind. It doesn't work for me that way. I know we sort of go with these things because it's been there since the days of our mothers. We feel it's the right thing. Well, I'm from the school of thought that out of sight doesn't mean out of mind. The fact that I don't see you on a regular or I don't call doesn't mean you're not in my mind. There are some of my friends that I've not spoken to in a while, but I pray for them when I'm on my knees praying in the morning. When they come to mind, I say a word of prayer to them. I know it's not healthy. I know it's okay for you to always reach out, but I want to find out, how often do you reach out to your friends? Is it every day or
how often?
Yes.
At times, yeah, it could be every day. It could be like I'm just going through my WhatsApp status and I see what you post and I just like, hey, go girl, or something like that. Then it could be, I have friends that I haven't talked to in like 3 months, but then when we do talk,
it's as if you've been talking
fire just bonds and everything. So that's why I said the place of understanding. You guys have to understand where you are in a relationship. If your friend is the kind of person that expects you to call her every 2 days or every 2 hours, you guys know how to reach a compromise. Like, babe, I can't be doing this or something. And then the person is supposed to understand if she's a true friend.
Okay, so at what point do you call your friend's attention to a thing? Let me give an example. Say you mentioned that your friend just put to bed and you've not seen her in 3 months and all of that. So did you reach out to let her know that, oh, I know I'm supposed to do this, but given the circumstances in Lagos, my job and all of that, I've not been able to reach out. Or did she reach out to you to say, babe, I'm angry? Because,
no. That's the thing. I've reached out several times. And she's like, babe, I understand the kind of job you have, but then there's no problem. Anytime you can just come around. And then I'm constantly always sending messages. How is our baby doing? How is she faring? So basically, it's the little things that count. It doesn't necessarily have to be a grand gesture. It doesn't have to be when you are spending money, or it's the little things that count. Allow the person to know that, oh, you're in my mind. I might not be seeing you, but I do have you in mind.
Thank you. So it's effort, it's in the little things, making them know, because if you don't say it, they might not know that they're supposed to do this. Thank you so much for coming to discuss with me on the show. I want to add that in managing expectations, I need you to understand that don't assume that the other person is perfect, because you're not perfect. We're all working towards perfection. So sometimes they don't know these things. There's this thing Yoruba people say, komosaida. I think you don't know it. Komosaida means the person doesn't know what they've done is wrong. You might have to call their attention to it to say, oh, you should do this. I also need to mention that you don't expect them to want to spend all of their free time with them. I remember a friend that told me that there's a public holiday now. In my mind, I'm like, are you planning my public holiday for me? Do you know if I have things planned out? So don't expect that your friends would always want to spend their free time with you because they have it planned out. And the fact that they're not coming to you doesn't mean they don't want to. So you might be the one to reduce your expectations of them. Also, don't be afraid of fighting. We don't fight for our relationships these days.
Don't be afraid of fighting. That is like that's what makes your relationship stronger. Because if you guys cannot argue and fight about something and then come back and laugh about that same thing, what's the point?
What's the point?
It means you're just building a relationship that there's no substance to. So yes, you should fight. It makes your relationship stronger. Fight and then make up.